Tonight's all about knives. Well, this is a machete. Hey guys, Justin with Backyard Bushcraft. So I was outside today and going through some of my gear, I realized I have an awful lot of knives. And it got me thinking, what's the difference between a bushcraft knife and a survival knife? So I figured tonight would be a great opportunity to go through what I use as my bushcraft knife, go over some of the bushcraft knives I have, and most importantly, what we're going to use as a survival knife. Just because you see some bushcraft guru out there or some survivalist out there who has the top gear or top of the line knife, and that's what he's using, that doesn't mean that you need to go out there and spend hundreds of dollars to match what that guy or girl is using. I definitely don't know every single thing there is to know about a knife. What I do know are the basics. And most importantly, I have figured out what works best for me in most of the environments that I am in. I'm not going to get into great detail about the different types of grinds, but each knife definitely comes with a particular grind, and they definitely have its purpose. So if you do want me to get more into detail about the specifics of each grind, let me know in the comments. I'll be more than happy to learn myself, because like I said, I'm not 100% proficient when it comes to knives, but I definitely know the basics, and I'd be more than happy to make a video for everybody out there. So before you run out there and go and buy yourself some elaborate knife, think about the area that you live in. Not every knife is going to be designed for where you live. In other words, the machete. I mean, I'm never going to be in the jungle. I'm never going to be bushwhacking through the jungle, and I don't live anywhere near the jungle. So for me to bring this out with me or to carry this on me, if I was to go camping or hiking, I would never bring a machete with me. And this is something you need to think about. Yeah, it's cool to have. It's a great little show item. But for the most part, when you go out into the woods or you're looking to have some type of survival knife on you, you obviously want a purpose for that knife to utilize for whatever task that you're looking to accomplish. So just some examples of what a basic survival knife is. I have a knife here by Gear Aid. Okay, this is their Bury utility survival knife. Some of the reasons why I love this knife: it is a multi-use knife. Okay, it's MOLLE compatible, so you can really attach this to any piece of gear that you want. It can go anywhere you want it to go. It has a bottle opener right here at the top, and also one of the features I really love, it has a glass breaker here. Hopefully I never have to use any one of these, maybe the bottle opener. Hopefully I never ever have to use a glass breaker because I would hate to find myself in some type of situation like that. But when I have this attached to my bag, or I have it attached to whatever MOLLE system I have, I know that I'm going to be able to get myself out of that situation. Also super affordable. This bad boy right here is about $30. It is a 3.5 inch blade, I believe. It's got the serrated edge on the blade as well. And besides the color, we all know I love bright colors outside. You're not going to lose this if you happen to drop it. And one of the other things I just want to mention, that click that you hear is the knife getting secured into the sheath. There's a little tab here on the handle. I'm not really sure if you can see that, but you have to pull these ears away right here. Okay, let's try to show you. You pull these ears away, and then the knife comes out nice and easy. You have to give it some force to really pull that out, so you know that once you hear that click and that knife is secure, you're not really going to have too much worries about hurting yourself. So that is your basic survival knife, and not what you want to bring out to the woods to utilize for batoning or woodwork and things of that nature. So just another example real quick of what a survival knife would be and something you wouldn't want to bring into the woods. I mean, this is pretty obvious stuff here, but I know there's obsession with knives, and you think the more knives you have, the better off you are, and every knife you can use for every situation. But here's another perfect example. Here I have a belt knife by ReadyMan. All right, so again, this is going to be strapped through my belt. I'm going to carry this with me, and in a survival situation or some type of tactical type situation, I'm going to have this ready and available to me. This is obviously something I am not going to bring to the woods with me. This would be more of a survival or utility knife. If you want to get closer to the bushcraft side of things, we could take a look at the Lord & Taylor foraging knife, farmhand knife, I believe it's called. This right here is by, like I said, Lord & Taylor. I believe I got this on a Battle Box subscription. It's a lockback knife. It's a pretty secure lock. I can't move that blade at all. This is considered a hawk bill, the way the blade is designed. And you're going to use this around, the campsite when you go foraging to process any type of material that you're going to bring back to eat and preserve. This is not something that you're going to use to baton wood or really to carve with. This is something that is more of like a utility knife. It's a pretty nice knife, I'm not going to lie, for that purpose. I use it in my backyard when I take my vegetables out of the garden. Very, very sharp out of the box. I've had this for a couple of years now, and the edge has been beautiful. I don't think I've even sharpened this once. But again, the Lord & Taylor farmhand, very good for foraging or processing your foraged material. Not great for bushcraft and a lot of woodwork like batoning and splitting any type of saplings you may need for a fire. Crossing over to the bushcraft side now, a knife that I'm sure we're all familiar with. The name just goes with bushcraft, is the MoraKniv. Now, I have two of them here. I'm just going to show this one quick. We all know Mora, okay? Here is typical sheath that the MoraKniv comes in, and here is the MoraKniv. Your typical Scandi blade, okay, knife edge. This is a great knife when it comes to really woodworking. The design of the blade will push the material away from the knife, so this is great for, see, I have a little piece of wood here. This is great for feather sticks, okay? This is great. You can see that the wood just peels away. Very, 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 very easy. Super sharp out of the box. I've rarely had to have maintained this blade since I've had it. One of the reasons why I really love this knife, in the handle here, it comes with a built-in ferrocerium rod. Okay, so right after you're done making your feather sticks and you get yourself all prepared for a fire, you can turn it around and you can use that. Well, I don't have a really great angle here, but you can use that that spine to really go and get some sparks flying so you can get your fire started up. That's one of the reasons why I happen to love this MoraKniv. Getting more into the classic Mora, this was my very first bushcraft knife. I really, really love the feel of this knife. It fits great in my hand. I have I mean, I'm not giant, but I have pretty big hands, and it feels and just fits comfortably in my hand. I get a good grip on it, and I'm really able, when I want to do any type of woodwork, I'm really able to have a lot of control over this knife. This is a real excellent knife if you are in the bushcraft world. All around excellent, either the black one with the built-in ferrocerium rod or just your basic MoraKniv here. The bottom line is no matter what knife you pick, have it work for you. Like I said earlier, I'm not ever going to bring my machete to the Adirondacks or to the Catskill Mountains because there's never going to be a time that I'm going to need to bushwhack through thick, dense, wooded forest or jungle as if I was in the Amazon or other places like that in the world. You need to go out in the woods, you need to go out in your area, and you need to use different tools to see if it fits well in your hand, if it feels good in your hand, and if you actually like it. That's what I've done. I have a bunch of knives, but the two knives I always carry with me is my MoraKniv. I just love how this knife feels in my hand, It has never let me down, and it's great for the little woodworking that I do. And then for my heavier duty work, if I'm not using my axe, I use my Joker Nomad. You've seen this in other videos of mine. This right here is, to me, the best knife that I have found over the last, I'm going to say, 5 to 6 years. Going out into the woods, using different tools, I highly recommend checking this one out. It's a little bit on the pricey side. It's going to run you about 170 bucks, but it's worth, in my opinion, every single penny. It's about a 5-inch blade. It's a spear point tip, and it's a convex blade. It's not your Scandi grind, but it is a 90-degree spine. It feels great in the hand. It's thick, it's heavy, it's got a little weight to it, which I really like. You can see just how thick that is. It's a full tang knife right there. And more importantly, another reason why I love this, it comes with a ferrocerium rod as well. So I use this all the time with my, you can see, it throws sparks great. The 90-degree blade, and it's just a really great knife. Comes sharp out of the box. Like I said, highly recommend it. Check it out. If you're if this works for you in the area that you live, let me know if you do grab it. I'll have all of this stuff, all of these knives that I talked about tonight. Some of the ones I didn't mention tonight, I'll have in my description. As you guys know, I'm a Amazon associate, so if there's something that you do like, check out the description. I'll have all the links for all of these knives listed. If you click on that link, obviously, and you buy it, I will get some type of commission, and it definitely helps me out, and I really appreciate you doing that. So that's going to wrap it up for me tonight, guys. Like I said, came out to the garage today, shook the dust off some of the gear, getting ready for a couple of trips that I'm taking in the next couple of weeks. Stay tuned for those videos. But I figured it was a great way or a great time to come out and show you the difference between a survival knife and a bushcraft knife, and what a survival knife is not, and what either an everyday carry blade may be, or even some type of utility blade may be. If you liked the video tonight, guys, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you're not already a subscriber, and most importantly, ring the bell so you're notified every single time I make a new video. I really appreciate you checking me out tonight. This is Justin with Backyard Bushcraft, signing out.